Alright, Roman Scorpion there. Gonna install a rock and debris cage, little guard over the headlights. Shouldn't be all that difficult at the time, but we'll have to play it by ear and see how this works out. Just gonna move the 4 screws. I'll do 2 at a time so I can put the retaining bolts back in. And I'm going to use a little bit of blue Loctite on them, just so we don't have any issues with that vibrating loose on a ride. And let's see how this works out. I was tempted to go with the clear lenses that go over the front, but I'm afraid they're going to refract too much, get a little bit more distortion than needed. Although with the aux beams down here, I don't really see that as being a real big issue anyhow, but it's just better to be safe than sorry. We'll see how this works out, see if this has any negative impact on the lighting. If it does, then maybe I'll try the clear ones. This was sent to me to go ahead and try out, and just see how that's going to work out for us. Swap out all 4 of these real quick. See how this works out. Thankfully, so far, nothing seems to be stuck on there too bad. I know these are well nuts in there, and they shouldn't really back off, but I'm more inclined to be safe than sorry. If need be, I'll replace the well nuts if I go to change this. But I like the idea of having a little bit of extra security on this thing, potentially walking off. A little warm today. It's about 92, so a little bit warm in the sun, but you know, I'd rather have the sun than the hurricane. So everything worked out well as far as the hurricane goes, at least down here. Same can't be said about up in North Carolina or on the islands off the Gulf Coast. But get this thing installed, see what it looks like, and be one step closer to making the trip. Don't need to kill it, just enough where it's not going to go anywhere. Alright, it's got 4 standoffs, little spacers. These guys right here, they'll should do the trick. We'll see how this all looks. Again, I'm going to throw a little bit of Loctite on these just in case. Slight bit of blue is not going to hurt. It seems like they engineered it pretty well. It goes on pretty simple. No crazy bending required. I've read some horror stories about some companies make of these, and they come flat packed, and you got to bend them all up, and there's a whole bunch of that going on. And I don't really see that as being all that much entertainment for doing that type of stuff. Definitely gives a little bit more of a rugged look, that's for sure. Let's just see. How this will look. It seems to be pretty decent and going through everything on the bike. I do like those shock socks. They work really well. Keeps the seals really clean. Haven't really had any issue with anything getting underneath them. And down here with the sugar sand, that ultra fine powdered sand, that's saying something to keep that stuff out. So that's just a little bit more love. You don't need to kill it. We got Loctite on there. It ain't going anywhere. That's pretty good. I mean, I don't see any clearance issues. There's the same gap on both lights. It's centered. All in all, I'm pretty impressed with it. I think it actually looks pretty good. That with the aux beams on there. That's I like the look. And the fact that it's going to protect those headlight lenses a little bit. I could see cleaning them being a little bit of an issue, but nothing that a hose and a rag sliding behind it won't fix. But yeah, that's it. That's it for this one. Appreciate you all watching. Subscribe, and we'll see what happens down the road. Stay safe.